Prepare to be astounded. February 1865, City Point, Virginia. The agony of the Civil War drags on and on. President Lincoln is touring the front, and in the course of that tour happens on a tent filled with Confederate sick and wounded. The ranking officer conducting the tour stops him and says, "Mr. President, you can't go in that tent. It's full of Rebs." And this is what Abraham Lincoln should have said. "Well, thanks for the warning. I certainly don't want to waste my time on that rabble. They're the ones responsible for all this death and destruction. Damn them all to hell." And that's not what he said. What he said was, "That's the very place I mean to go." And he stepped inside. And there inside was one Henry L. Benbow, a colonel in the 23rd South Carolina Artillery. Colonel Benbow takes up the story. "I was lying on my back with my hands folded across my breast when the president approached me and extended his hand toward me. 'Sir,' I said, 'do you realize who it is to whom you offer your hand?' 'I do not,' he said. 'Will you offer your hand to a Confederate colonel who has fought you as hard as ever he could for 4 long years?' 'Well, I hope a Confederate colonel will not refuse me his hand.' 'No, sir, I will not.' And I clasped his hand in both of mine." I first ran across that story when I was doing research on my calendar-based book, Lincoln 365. And perhaps like you, I was deeply impressed with the sheer force of this man's personality, able to entice deep change from someone he didn't even know. But that wasn't the first time I ran across that skill. No, that happened when I was a teacher, would you believe, in a California state prison. In fact, I wrote the book to bottle the strategy that Lincoln used to pull off this change in my students. Let me say that again. The same Abraham Lincoln that enticed profound change in the world of Colonel Benbow in the 19th century enticed measurable and slow burn change in the wife beaters and drug dealers in my prison classroom in the 21st. Give me a call and ask me how he did it, and more importantly, how he might impact your world, whether you're a businessman struggling to make a few dollars in a persistently sluggish economy, or a lover of this country struggling to maintain your love of country in a bare-knuckle love of party environment. Thanks for your time.